Kim Kardashian, now she had social media in a frenzy after she offered women advice. She said, I have the best advice for women in business. Get your effing ass up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days. Well, people was mad at that. Actress Jamila Jamil replied and said, I think if you grew up in Beverly Hills with super successful parents and what was simply a smaller mansion, nobody needs to hear your thoughts on success, work ethic. This the same 24 hours in the day shit is a nightmare. 99.9% of the world grew up with a very different 24 hours. Bevy Smith jumped into the conversation and tweeted, but she ain't the one to tell us. She needs to do that in her woman's circle. What are your thoughts on the backlash that Kim is getting? And are people missing the point because it's coming from Kim? Al, what do you think?
I think you hit it on the head, Claudia. You know, Kim in this situation is damned if you do or damned if you don't. I mean, but still, I kind of have to agree with Bevy on this. My moral meter tells me that I understand the message. No lie was told, but I just didn't like who was telling it to me. Because listen, we cannot pretend like those Kardashians don't have a multimedia, multi-million-dollar on the way to billion-dollar enterprise. And Claudia, you know, because you got little enterprises going on in your life, it takes a lot of work to keep that machine going. It takes a lot of work to have all of those deals. It takes a lot of work to sit in those boardrooms. It takes a lot of work to have those sweatshop workers making those overpriced undergarments. It takes a lot of work to schedule all these events and stuff that she goes to. So, hey, but you know, the other women have a good argument as well. You know, other women have different barriers or different hurdles that they have to get up and deal with. And what didn't come from, you know, a white glove service or a silver spoon, that some may interpret her life as being just that.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Q.
You know, this story is just so multifaceted. I mean, there's so many offshoots from it. One whole conversation is Kim Kardashian could have walked out her door and said the sky was blue and half of America was going to have an issue with it because she's just become everybody's favorite to hate person for whatever reason, right? That's one thing. The second conversation is it is somewhat offensive to working class people when somebody who was born with the silver spoon in their mouth, you know, speaking to regular people about the concept of work, right? And then the third conversation that could be had is that work is relative. You know what I'm saying? Like, her work and our work look like two different types of work because she hasn't gotten what she's gotten sitting on her ass. I was going to say laying on her back. I mean, I guess she kind of did, but y'all get what I'm saying? Like, there still was a level of work and Kim is out of touch. You know what I'm saying? She is out of touch because in her mind, what she's doing is working. And to her credit, it is working, but it ain't the type of work that our mamas and aunts and grandmas did when they had to get up and go punch in for the man every day. You know what I'm saying? So it's, I don't know, just depending on how you feel is how you're going to feel.
But it's like, you know what? Everyone's life is different and their reality is their reality. And I know if I say something positive about Kim, y'all going to do the same thing to me y'all do to her, but on a much smaller scale because I'm not on her level. But it's like, you're just taking up for Kim. I understood what she was trying to say. And I didn't take it as she was coming from a place of silver spoon because the fact that she was born with a silver spoon, she didn't have to work as hard. She already had money. Why do we ignore that she does put in work? Now, when I did read the comments after, I actually posted her video on my page and I was like, okay, I agree with this message. When I saw the feedback and how people was getting mad, I didn't think about it being insensitive to people. I took it down because I'm like, okay, I didn't think about it like that. Another example of a story where two things could be true at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, and I think with Kim, she carries the weight of that entire family on her back. Honestly, if she didn't do what she did, none of those girls would have a career. None of them. I'm say that. She is the reason why, you know, Kylie was the top model making more than Giselle. She's the reason why, I'm sorry, not Kylie, the other Kendall. She is the reason for a lot of that. So she probably feels that pressure, but I do see how people could say, you know what? Lots of Latinos, a lot of Black people, Black women, especially getting paid 7 cents on, you know, 70% of what men are getting. I get why they would be like, wait a minute, what do you mean? I work my ass off and I'll never get there because of how it's set up. I get it. But damn if you do, damn if you don't. Y'all both said the same. We all kind of agree with that.
I want to say one thing. Ladies out there, let me ask y'all a question. Why do y'all give somebody who y'all don't know and who don't care about y'all so much power over y'all feelings? I mean, the way people were just in them comments having such an emotional response to this. And quite frankly, the message is the same message that we've been hearing since kindergarten. Work hard, go to college and work hard, get a good job and work hard. If you work hard, you can do anything. And y'all are just having such a visceral reaction to this. Why?
Because it's Kim. And
I don't know. I'm gonna have to disagree with that. I think that it's because there's such a wealth gap in America. And the wealth gap, with wealth gap comes the ability and the opportunity to succeed the same way. And it's just not even playing field. And I think a lot of people that struggle in that, it's hard for them to digest advice from someone who started a mile ahead when you're running a 2-mile race. That's just my opinion.
Al, I would buy that argument if the heat was directed at the wealth gap. Like I said, that girl.
It ain't about the wealth gap. It's about in this case. And Al, you're right. You're right, Al. There's a head start.
That girl could have walked out the door and said, "I like driving Toyota Camrys," and people would have had a fit because it's her. Like, people really need to get down in their feelings and really digest why they let this particular woman rile them up so much from a visceral place.
And this is a capitalist society. Like, it's set up where certain people are going to win and certain people are not, unfortunately. And it sucks because a lot of times we're at the bottom of that totem pole. It sucks. But wouldn't you hate if you did work? And it's all relative, right? And what you think is, some people might say working at a bank isn't real work. They may say working on television is not real work because we're not doing, blue collar, manual, tough labor. And so it could be like, oh, poor thing. You're so down. It's so hard for you. It's all relative. But yeah, I think it was a combination of it being a little bit like, it could be taken as tone deaf from some people, depending on where you are in life. And it's not defending the Kardashians. Relax. I'm treating her as she's anybody else. What she's saying, it's the message. I'm not tripping on the messenger. All right, y'all. I'm sure we will be talking about this again because we just cannot go a week without Kardashian or Kanye.